phones, at least put it on vibrate at least. No video in this room, plus we'll have our statement from Coach Holliday, then we'll open it up for player interviews, and then come back with Coach Holliday in a few moments after that. Asked to be recognized, we'll get a mic to you. Identify yourself and to whom you are addressing the question, please. Yep. Oh, Tom. Okay, once again, Tom, Josh, give us an overview of what happened today.
Okay. Credit to Arizona. They played a nice ball game today. They swung the bats well, and they were pretty relentless the whole game. And we'll come out tomorrow and play better. That's all there is to it. It's a series, and it's tied 1-1, and tomorrow's the rubber match of a 3-game series, which in college baseball we're pretty accustomed to playing through that challenge all year long, and tomorrow's game 3. So credit to Arizona. They played well today. Our guys will bounce back as we have all year long, and we'll be a better ball club tomorrow.
Okay, questions for the student athletes initially? Aaron, back in the third row today.
Aaron Fitt, D1 Baseball. Connor, I know you got a little maybe something going there in the 9th inning, but 3 games here, not a lot of offense for you guys. I mean, why do you think that is? Is it just a little bit flat, do you think?
That's going to happen. Sometimes the bats are going to get going, sometimes we're not. But up to this point, our pitching staff's been really, really great, and we obviously have full trust in them. And but yeah, we're going to bounce back tomorrow. We're not worried at all. So yeah, it's going to be exciting to go tomorrow for sure. So.
Okay, Mike.
Mike Lanana, Baseball America. Connor, obviously a long break between games here in the College World Series. Is that a challenge at all, just staying sharp and staying loose? And what kind of things did you guys work on these last few days?
It's not necessarily a challenge. I mean, we've been through it before, having 3-game series and then being off a week and then going another 3-game series after that. But, I mean, throughout the season we've had, ups and downs and everything. But we just continue to focus on getting better every day. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to get better. We're going to get better tomorrow, and we're going to come out ready to go. So.
Okay, next question. Aaron.
Remy, obviously you had some success there for a while holding those guys at bay, but I think Coach used the word relentless. I mean, is that how you describe their offense? Are they difficult to attack?
I think everyone in their lineup, 1 through 9, goes up there and fights, and they're all hard outs. But at the end of the day, we get to face them again tomorrow, and we'll come out better tomorrow.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Okay, guys, you're excused. Sleep fast. And questions now for Josh. Jim, okay, go ahead.
Coach Mike Patterson, Omaha World Herald. Just getting back to the format, did you sense the team was maybe not quite emotionally where Arizona was at the start of the game just because of that long layoff, or did you sense anything like that?
No, I don't think so. No. I mean, the break in between games is what it is. I thought the kids showed up ready to play. We've practiced great. No excuses. We just got outplayed today a little bit. And, like I said, you got to compliment your opponent. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for that. It is what it is. We dealt with it the best we could, which was to train and stay focused and prepared. We just came out today. We just weren't collectively good enough. But tomorrow's a new day, and we will be.
Okay, Jim.
Jim Callis from MLB.com. Coach, could you, from your vantage point, what makes Ming so effective? I mean, you guys obviously saw him the first time you played too, but
yeah, he throws a lot of strikes, and he can make the ball, go down and away with the 2-seamer or spin it underneath you with the slider, and he'll flash a changeup. And he looks like a pretty poised kid. knows his way around out there. So he's a good competitor. They trust him obviously at a high level. That's why they put the ball in his hand with the lead. So probably just a combination of confidence and skill and know-how. And he mixes it together, and he's a nice pitcher. He does a really good job for him.
Okay, Aaron.
Coach, is there anything in particular you can do to kind of jumpstart the offense at this point in the season?
No, we hit a lot of balls hard today, Aaron. We hammered. I think we had 7 or 8 balls that we barreled. We didn't have much to show for them, but we did hit them hard. And when the ball leaves your bat, it's out of your control. So we hit the ball hard. Yeah, you look at the number of times you had competitive at-bats, and the competitive at-bats far outweighed the box score. So as a coach, you stay true to the process with the kids, encourage them to continue to stay invested in that belief system and come out tomorrow ready to fight. Bottom line is each game has its own new identity, and today's game's over. They won, and you got to have a good short memory and be able to turn the page quickly emotionally and bounce back and show up tomorrow with your very best. And that's what we'll focus on doing. I think inside of each kid, he just needs to get himself in the right place, which will help him do, and show up tomorrow with a lot of pride and a lot of enthusiasm to play the game. But we barreled some baseballs. I think the center fielder knocked down about 5 line drives. One of those goes right or left here or there. Who knows how the game goes? So it's one of those things. You hit balls hard right at them. You can't feel sorry for yourself. It's just baseball. Maybe we'll level one of those out tomorrow on a chalk line or something for a big hit. So keep grinding away at the game and stay positive with your kids. And when you win, you win. When you lose, you lose. It's not about which element of the game takes the credit or gets the blame. We are a team and have been from day one, and we will continue to function like one because that's who we are and that's our strength. So collective energy tomorrow will be very good, and we'll come out ready to play.
Okay, next question. Mike. Do some work, Suzanne.
Coach, could you just talk about tomorrow's game a little bit? Who's going to pitch and advantage either team going in, do you think?
Thomas Hatch is going to pitch for the Cowboys, and we feel real good about that. And he's on full rest, fresh, and I think all I can do is speak on our behalf. We're a confident club, and what do they say in baseball? Momentum is the next day starting pitcher. So we got a pretty good one. So I feel good about putting our ball club on the field tomorrow and competing together once again and enjoying this amazing opportunity.
Okay, any more questions for Josh? Yep, one more.
Hey, Coach. Mike Zimmerman from the Hastings Tribune here in Nebraska. And I just
Mike.
wanted to ask you a little bit about Jensen's start. And obviously, it's a really tough situation to throw a freshman out there. And then also, just what did you make of his 2 innings there?
Well, I tell you what, I really hope he gets a chance to start another game here because that young man has been nails all year long. And you know what? He'll bounce back from the opportunity to get out there. I think he was coming off of a 20-some-odd day or, what was it, 14-day rest maybe? I'm not sure what the dates were exactly, but just didn't quite get settled in there. He almost escaped that first inning. They did a nice job of shooting a base hit the other way to cash in on him in the first, but he's an outstanding young man. He's pitched wonderfully for us all year long. We wouldn't be here without his efforts, and I hope he gets another chance to jump on that mound because I think he'll throw the ball well. But they were tough early. They didn't let him off the hook. He almost wiggled his way out of it, but that's baseball. And collectively as a club, we could have done more together as a group to pick each other up because that's what teams do. But I think Jensen's going to be a really, really good one, and I hope he gets another chance on that mound.
Okay, any last question for Josh? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Don't know what time.
What are the splits?
Anybody that just came in, please turn off your phones, wait to be recognized. Jay, give us an overview of your victory.
Great performance by our team all the way through. Starting on the mound, it's a good hitting team in Oklahoma State. And for Nathan to go 8 up and 8 down, Kevin came in and got us out of a tough spot there. And then Cameron doing what he's done all tournament long. It's a special effort. I don't know after the 9th inning how many ended up with 4 hits. If you can do that to that team, that's a special effort from the mound. Defensively, enough said. I mean, we're playing Hall of Fame defense right now across the board behind the plate with Cesar and then Ryan the other night. In the infield is as good as it gets, and then in the outfield, we're taking care of the ball at a very high level. Offensively, we went back to work on some things yesterday, and had the best day of the plate or day at the plate that anybody in the tournament has had, and looked very much in character for what I've seen for 65 or 66 games since we've been here. So we're excited about it. Regroup and get ready for tomorrow.
Okay, let's have questions for the student athletes. We'll start with you, Mike.
Mike Lana, Baseball America, for Zach and Caesar. What did you guys work on just offensively coming into this game today, especially knowing what Oklahoma State has done on the mound in the College World Series?
Zach, you begin.
I definitely think just getting our pitch. The first time we faced them, we were swinging at the pitcher's pitch instead of ours. So I think today during BP, we're just working on middle of the field. You can't really go wrong if you're driving the ball middle of the field. So I definitely think it was getting our pitch and working middle of the field.
Cesar.
I just started to relax, because I felt, a little bit tired the last game. So me and Coach Johnson talked about it last night, and, he was just like, hey, just relax, and just like Zach said, just select our pitch.
Okay, next question. Aaron.
Aaron Fitt doing baseball. Zach, after you guys got shut out, I think, in that first game out here, it seems like, this team has played offensively, like Coach said, I think, within character. What do you think was the key to get from that point to this point? I mean, what did you guys talk about after that game?
I mean, like I said before, just using our eyes, letting the ball back up to us, and getting our pitch and putting a good swing on it. I feel like Buffett the other night was making great pitches, and we were just swinging over the top of him, swinging at his pitch. So I think today it kind of helped just backing the ball up and getting our pitch and putting a good swing on it.
Next question, Mike.
Mike Patterson, Omaha World Herald. Cameron, how are you able to keep going out there game after game?
Well, yesterday I got a day off. I got to rest, take care of my arm. The trainers do a good job, so I got a good day to rest in between every game. It's a blessing that we get a day off in between every game. But so I was pretty fresh today. So.
Okay, let's go back in the back here with Brian.
Mike Zimmerman, Hastings Tribune here in Nebraska, and this is for Cesar. And bottom of the order for you guys today was really productive. You and Lewis and Oliva, 6 of the 9 runs, and I'm certain you guys take a lot of pride in being able to, have an outing like that for the bottom 3 of the order.
Yeah, like we said, we worked on some things yesterday, and we just got to trust ourselves, and that's what we did tonight, and it came up pretty good.
Okay, we'll go with Ryan back here.
Ryan McGee with ESPN. Cesar, obviously the Bannister kind of hitched up at one point. What happened there? The sequence, I saw you come out and check in with him before eventually, obviously, you left the game.
I just tried to make sure he was okay. And first time he told me he was okay, so we, try to keep going. But then I got to look for my pictures, and, I would. Next time I was like, hey, just tell me what you have, and we talked, and he told me what he had, and that's unfortunately, but hopefully he's gonna be fine.
Okay, Aaron.
For any of you guys, really, It looked like after that half inning when Bannister left, there was a meeting in the dugout, and then when it broke up, there was a lot of dancing around. Was there anything in that meeting? I mean, what was kind of the tone of that?
I definitely think Coach said no one wants to win more than Bannister. I mean, he's proven it all year. He's gone out and just competed to full extent that he can do. So Coach has said no one wants to win more than he does, so just go out and do it for him.
Okay, up front here.
Hi, Michael Lev with the Arizona Daily Star. Cesar, you took, I think, 3 foul tips in this game. Also got hit by a backswing, had kind of a weird collision at the plate. How are you feeling right now? And is it just kind of, the sacrifices that you have to make in order to win?
I'm feeling great. I'm ready to roll tomorrow. Nothing bothers me, and I feel great.
Jim Callis from MLB.com. Zach, you guys, I think, are now 5-0 in elimination games in this tournament. You haven't necessarily done it the easy way, but you're getting the job done. What do you think it says about this team that you guys have been able to come back time and time again when your back's been to the wall?
I think it's just all year. We've been counted out, picked to finish 10th or 9th in the pack. Not even supposed to come out of a regional. So I feel like when we get on the field, we have to prove everyone wrong, almost. We're gonna go out and grind, and if they get us, they're gonna get our best.
Michael, you two will be the last 2 questions for the players. Mike, go start then, and then Michael.
Cameron, obviously you don't need extra motivation in the College World Series, but knowing that Bannister had left early, was that in the back of your mind when you're out there on the mound today?
Yeah, a little bit. Bannister's the captain of the pitching staff, I would say. He grinds it out every time he goes out there and shows us how much he wants to win, and it means a lot to every one of the pitchers. I look up to him a lot, and when he came out of the game, I wanted to give him and our team the best.
Okay, Michael.
Yeah, 2 questions for any of the players. The first one is, how did you kind of navigate the emotional shock of Banny having to leave the game? And the second thing is, what is your outlook for tomorrow?
Just start with you, Zach.
I really wasn't sure what happened to Nathan when he left the game. I saw Ginkle go in, and I knew him and Ming were going to do a great job like they've been doing all year. And the plan for tomorrow is just do what we did today. I mean, like I said before, if they get us, they're going to get our best tomorrow. Just leave nothing on the table.
Cameron.
You kind of have to not think about it. As much as it sucks that Banny came out of the game early, you kind of have to set that aside and keep working as a pitching staff. You got to piece it together. Ginkle did a good job, and then I took over. And after the game, you kind of get with Banny and hope everything's good.
Say so.
Like Cameron says, it sucks that Banny was out, but we trust our bullpen. They have been doing a phenomenal job throughout the tournament, and our coaches are doing a really good job of scouting reports and what pitches to call. So they were executing their pitches, and we felt pretty good about it.
Okay, men, that's it for y'all. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, questions for Coach Johnson, starting right off. Okay. Go with you, Mike. That Mike.
Coach, can you talk at all about the extent of Bannister's injury?
Yeah. He felt something uncomfortable that he felt 3 summers ago when he was in the Cape Cod League. And he said it was just a little bit tight, a little bit tired, like there was nothing on the ball. I was very encouraged. He threw 2 pitches after we went out there and standing behind the mound. Had I not known anything would happen, it didn't look any different to me. So that's a very encouraging sign with Nathan. So we'll get him obviously checked out further, but I'm very optimistic about it.
Okay, Michael.
There's obviously kind of a domino effect that happens in a situation like this. I mean, if Nathan's able to go 7 or 8 innings, you can save Ginkle and Ming. So what's kind of your, what are you going to do tonight in terms of figuring out, what the pitching game plan is tomorrow?
Do what I always do. Eat, sleep, and live Arizona baseball. And we're going to find a way.
Aaron.
Coach, what was your message to the team after the shutout, you know, to kind of help these guys get back to being the offensive team that you're used to seeing?
I think it's just understanding where we are. And if you're one of the last 8 teams, or in this case, 3 or 4 teams playing, nobody is here unless they have elite ability on the mound. And when you have elite ability on the mound, it's going to be 1-0, 2-1. Everybody wants to make a big deal about the ballpark, but the reality is, yeah, it's not an overly offensive place, but the teams with the best pitching in terms of getting outs end up here. And so it's hard to score runs. And so I loved our mentality throughout that game last Monday night, even though the results didn't show up. And so I thought we just kept grinding. I did not like our at-bats in the first inning against Santa Barbara, and I got into them a little bit in between the first and the second inning. And I feel like since that time it's been a little better. Trevor Betancourt made it tough on us the other night for a few innings, but outside of that, I like what I've seen from our offense over the last game and a half.
Okay, Mike?
Coach, after what their pitching staff had done the first couple games, how important was it to just even get 1 run in that first inning and then 2 right after that?
I think it was really important. You know, I don't – when you're playing teams of the caliber of Oklahoma State or TCU or Coastal Carolina, the game's hanging in the balance on every pitch. And so it was a great at-bat by Cody to get us off. Zach, Jensen Elliott, made a nice play on the bunt, and then he made a good pitch to Bobby, and that was a big at bat by JJ. Spoiled a couple pitches with 2 strikes, and then went the other way. You know, just the same as Donnie Walton did the other night, and good hitters can do that.
Okay, question from Ryan in the back.
Coach Ryan McGee, ESPN. How difficult is it at this stage of the season here in the College World Series of balancing that life or death versus the pitching staff? How much time do you spend thinking about, and how different is it than the normal tournament or just normal in the middle of the season?
Life or death, can you expand on that for me?
Life or death in the tournament. Like either you're playing tomorrow or you aren't.
Well, I got a group of guys I love being around, and they love being around each other. And I don't think there's anybody that wants to continue their season more than those 27 guys on that roster right now. And it's evident in how they play. It's evident in how they interact with each other. And they've accomplished a lot. And so we're enjoying that accomplishment, and we're attacking the competition with great competitiveness. And I'm really, really proud to be their coach.
Michael?
I'm guessing you're not going to announce a starting pitcher for tomorrow, so I'm not going to ask that specifically. But I did talk to Bobby Dahlbeck in there, and he said if called upon, he's ready to go. How do you feel like Bobby has pitched in the postseason so far and would do in a situation like that?
Well, good job by getting the starter out of me yesterday. Like I said, it only took you 69 games to do that. You know, we're going to go back and look at it and develop a plan. With the way we're playing defense and building offensive momentum, I think we can figure out how to piece it together. And for me, it's perfect. I mean, this is us. I mean, you're picked 9th out of 11th or 10 out of 11 from a couple publications. Good. That's great. You know, good thing it matters what happens on the field. You know, you go into 2 really hostile environments in Lafayette and Starkville. You fall into the loser's bracket. Great. You know, it's still about the play. And our guys have just been awesome at focusing on what they can control and what's really important. As far as how he's pitched in the postseason, Sam Houston State won over 40 games, and he pitched great against them. Mississippi State, you'd be hard-pressed to find a better pitching performance than that one. And then you saw what he did to this great team last Monday night. So I think he's a major league pitcher. That's what I think of his performance.
One more question if anybody wants to take it. And nobody does. Jay, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you.